Okay, we're jumping to wiring now, I guess. You know, I'm trying to put the motor in. I went and got the battery box for the regulator. At least kind of laid it up on there. So we got some more wiring to figure out where it all goes. So kind of need to get this stuff figured out before I can put the banner primary on it. So wiring, more fun. So I got a new battery here, some jumper wires so I can hook it to the bike. Went and got the service manual. One of the few times I use them, wiring. I can't figure it out on my own. So this is the 59 to 69. It's a 65 bike, so should get you pretty close. Nice and crispy book. See if they even got wiring schematics in these things. Maybe some miscellaneous. Appears this book's been wet more than once. What a shocker. Alright, somewhere in here we're going to have wiring. Let's see, actually the regulator wiring. It's talking about voltmeter. I'm not testing the voltage, I'm hooking it up. Let's see here. There it is. That's what it's supposed to look like. There you go, 65 panhead. That's exactly how it's hooked up. See all the wires on the floor? That's how you hook up your bike. Perfect. I think they call me a butcher now. Until I hook it up like that. Some field junk. Got a lot of things about testing your regulator. They must have a lot of problems with the regulators. Oh well. Ooh, look what I found. Wiring schematic. Finally. 68, 69. Nope. 65 to 67 FL turd. There you go. There's a complete wiring schematic. Look at that on your new bike and see how many pages you got and books it's in. Okay, so we have a regulator. We have some buttons. Here's a generator. There's our wire going up to our dash. It's hanging over in the frame. And you notice how the short length of wire goes where I put it next to the generator, and a long length goes to the regulator? So I guessed correctly on that. Green and red. I think that was green and red. Let's see, what colors was it? I guess you can call that a green. Wrong wire. Oh, here we go. Green and red. Jeez, I guessed it right. Okay, I got that part right. I'm 1 for 1. Time to go downhill real quick. Okay, now this here is our circuit breaker for late 66. Well, we don't have that. So we'll get away from that. Okay, there's our coil. We got I don't know what the hell that says. Blow that sucker up where I can read it. What does that say? Oh, that is hard to read. Oh, what the hell that says? It doesn't make, looks like 8s. Yeah, that looks like a B. It looks like it says B on both. That doesn't make sense. Oh well, can't go by that. Okay, where's the regulator? There's the battery, solenoid, starter motor. Lift up a little bit helps. Oil pressure switch is right there. Appears to be a yellow wire. So we know the yellow one. Wherever there's a yellow wire, I don't see no stinking yellow wire. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Who's got the yellow? Yeah, it appears to be missing in action. I see no yellow. There's even a yellow one up here. Probably not. Yeah. We don't have an 8 light switch. There's a lot of wires we don't need, right? Alright. We'll pass on that one. Let's see. Where is the regulator on this vehicle? Regulator right down here. There it is. Field, ground, and usually it says armature. It's got red, red, and probably some kind of a green or something. I'm not sure what the hell that says. That's red. Yep, red, red, and something else. Probably G for green. Okay, oh, that's the one we got coming from the battery. Yep, there's red and green. So it has a red wire that comes out. It's got its own harness by itself with a red wire. Goes up to a circuit breaker, which we probably don't have. And that's a circuit board. So this says this here has 2 circuit boards on the bike, one on the headlight and one in the back under the coil probably. The only problem is I don't think we have that. Let's go to a different wiring harness. This is 61 to 64. These are a lot more simpler. I like these ones better. Let's see, where's the regulators at? Yep. Not going to help us. Where's the one that goes to the battery? Okay, battery is hooking to the top post of the solenoid. Red wire goes into some kind of a circuit breaker. F. Conduit, 1 wire red. Right there. That's a conduit. Okay. You notice how it's got 2 wires going through it. Yeah. Good. Red. I don't know where that circuit board is. I don't remember there being in the circuit board. Okay, here is our 48, should be neutral light. What number was that again? 48. Neutral switch. Good, we know what that is. It should be... who can read that? I can't read those damn things. Too stinking small even for me. Alright. This book pretty much ain't worth a squat for helping anything. I do a better job of doing it my way. Called hook up wires and see what happens. That's how you do it. So guess what? We're going to hook up wires and see what happens. We already know that we got a regulator. So this is our regulator wires here, coming from the generator. We don't know what this is. I'm thinking this is a ground for the regulator, because your regulator has to be grounded up here because the battery box is grounded. I mean, it's rubber mounted. So this would go to a 5/16 bolt someplace. My guess is one of these kicker cover bolts down here. Sitting down here. This is our positive terminal sitting right up here. So this plastic wire is our hot wire going up to there, I'm guessing. Here's another wire here. Don't know where it goes to, don't know where that goes to. These are usually battery, but that's too small for battery. So my guess is it probably goes on the battery wire. It goes on over here on the regulator battery. Harley likes using a lot of common places for terminals to go to. This definitely does look like it belongs right here. See how it's made to fit over here. Probably not watching what I'm doing though. There we go. So it looks like this belongs right up inside of the distributor where it belongs. So I'm going to say that's probably correct. Pretty well guarantee it. Alright, so first thing to do, we need to get some power to this bike. So what we need to do is hook up battery. So the way you hook up the battery is you have a ground wire like this. Hook it to your ground. And you find a convenient ground on your vehicle to use. There's a good one right there. Okay, then you got a hot wire. It doesn't have to be a red wire, but something different than black would be good. Okay, now you take that, you hook it to your post over here on the battery. You hook it over here to your, here and see if there's any kind of a spark. You go up here where you're looking at me. No sparky, sparky, sparky. That's a good sign. I know if you rub that over there, it's going to get on something. So I'm going to take this battery cable off so I don't spark it. Yeah, get rid of that. Okay. Now it's best if this is insulated because it is a hot wire. So you take a nice clean rag. That'd be like a number 3. Maybe a 4. That's Matt's description of my stuff. Okay, so we have now got power. Okay, next thing is I go up here, up this ignition switch way up top here. Way up here. Turn that on. And we come back down here and we see if there's a spark. No sparky sparky. That's a good sign. Okay, that means we can actually hook it up now. We turn the switch on and there's no surprises. Okay, then you take it, idiot light switch called a test light. Now there's 2 ways of doing this. You can hook this to the positive battery and use this to look for grounds, or you can hook it to the bike anywhere and use it for looking for hot. I'm looking for hot leads right now. So I'm going to go ahead and hook it onto our ground source right there. And I'm going to go up here, do a little probing. Now this should be hot. And of course it isn't. There's our hot wire down the bottom of this bike. Nothing, nothing. And it's only a 5 wire. Can't see it. It's a good thing to get sparky sparky with when you can't see what you're probing. Let's go over here, look here. Okay, we got nothing. So we only got juice in one spot. And the switch is on. See up here. So we got one place that's got juice. We should have 2 places that have juice. Okay, we have no juice. So something got no power. For some reason the switch isn't putting power out. Okay, now typical Harley switch, you wiggle it and the power goes in and out of the headlight, see? I'm sure there's no problem with that. Okay, so we know the lighting circuit works because we have juice with the headlight now. Okay, now this one here, it's got juice. That one there's got juice. Juice. This is off the battery, I'm assuming. Oh, everything's got power except for that terminal over there, it's not connected. So, this bike is wired, so when you turn the headlight on, everything's got juice. You're supposed to have juice. Okay, now there. Okay, see the switch is just not very good. See, I had to switch on, but you have to wiggle it to get the power. Okay, maybe just the hot one over here now. Ah, we have now power. See? So this is ignition, this is lights. Alright, so, yep. Now we know kind of what's going on. Alright, so, I need to get the idiot light to work. So I need to get, this is the generator bulb, this is neutral, and this should be, oh, this is oil pressure. This is the generator not working, I'm assuming. No, it's got to be neutral because the generator's not hooked up down there. This is neutral. This would be your generator light over here because it's not hooked up because there's no generator over here yet. But we do have a neutral. Now, so right now this has probably got power down here. Yes, it does. See the light flashing? It's going through it like it's supposed to. Perfect. Now, we need to get power. Some of the wire needs to have juice to it right now, because that needs to go down to the oil pressure down here. And I don't know where that's at. we'll go to the other side over here. And see if we can find something with some juice to it. Preferably without shorting out the system. We need a ground. Something in the motor would be nice. Yeah, we don't have a good spot. Let's go with that. We'll try that. We'll pop up here and see if we do have a good ground. Okay. I just went up the headlight up here, made sure we got juice here. So, okay, we have juice. So the ground off the brake line's fine. Okay, now we got to start searching for power sources. We should have power to our coil right now, which is buried up under here where I can't get to it very well. Coil's not getting hot yet, so that's a good sign. I don't have access to the coil very well. Yep. Okay, the coil's got juice to it right now. Now you put that in neutral. The power should have went out. It didn't. The neutral switch went out because we're in gear. But the coil's still on, which is not good. Neutral switch is back on. So right now the coil's energized, which is not what we really want to be doing right now. Okay, this wire here is hot. Yep. This goes over ignition distributor. So that's a hot wire hanging over there. So it's best to keep that off of the ground source. This should be hot. This is our generator light. Barely got power through it. And the generator light does come on when I ground that. Yeah. I don't know if you see the light on right now or not. Up there, third light over. Can't work the camera and work all this at one time. Especially the way this thing is made. Camera stand's a piece of crap. Okay, so all kinds of stuff on but not working. I still don't know what these wires are for. They're not connected to anything. Going forward, unknown. We have no yellow wire for our idiot light that I can see anywhere. Brake switch. Alright, so pretty much at a loss to what goes where still. So I don't see what I'm looking for. Okay, I'm going to turn the ignition switch off. I need to be burning stuff up. This wire in here goes up to here, goes up to there, and disappears. So we need to get the ramp lowered down a little bit, rack, so I can see what's going on. So we need to figure out where all these wires go that don't seem to be connected to anything. That's always fun. Wasn't much help, so I'm gonna at some point have to pull the headlight apart. There should be a panel up there to look at. Okay, so right now I got to figure out where this wire. This is one of the wires we got right here. I need to figure out where that wire goes to. Looks like it goes up the side of the gas tank. Okay, I have to look at my flashlight here. Camera's too close, so I can't go back anymore. think that's on the other side of the bike. Probably goes forward. Oh yeah. Goes up to the headlight up in here. Goes beyond the headlight. I'm going to guess that's the trigger wire for the starter. So what we got to do is we got to test it to see if that's actually what it is. So now we're going to take a jumper wire. We have an extra ones we got laying around. And go down here. Get my test light here. Alright, what am I going to do here? I don't need jumper wire. Got to figure out how I'm going to test it. So we're going to take the jumper, we're going to come right off of there. And if I hold out the ground like that, turn this on, and hit the starter button on the handlebar, it should come on. There you go. You go up here, starter button right here, and the light comes on. Okay, so now we know this is the starter button down here. So, start, start, start. Process of elimination, figured out. Okay, so this is going to go to our starter relay, which is way back here, under here. This just doesn't work. Tripods don't work, and I only got two hands. This is a starter relay. So this button here is a trigger button. It energizes this. So you got three posts under here. You got A, B, C, or you got 1, 2, 3. Usually it's 1, 2, 3. So usually one is the hot wire off the battery that powers it, because this is just basically a heavy-duty on-off switch. The trigger wire, which is this one, energizes the relay in here, which turns on the switch. That's how they work. And this one gets connected over to here. Now why it's way the hell over here, I don't know. It shouldn't be over there. This wire here goes to the starter solenoid, because that's what energizes the solenoid, which is right here. So this here energizes your solenoid and makes it work. So that's how this thing flies. Because you already got a battery hooked to it, and the other one goes to your starter. So I know where these things kind of go. The problem is this stuff isn't connected that way. So I'm not sure why this is like that. These wires don't belong here, and they sure don't belong to have a zip tie on them. So that's a problem. Ah, look what I found. A yellow wire. That goes to there, I bet. Okay, let's do a test for that one. So if we do the idiot light, we do the light like this. What do we do? Disconnect the power someplace? Why have we not got power now? We got power. Got power here. Ground is connected. There's power. Switch works when it feels like it. That'd be great for running. Okay, so now we take this, disconnect off that, hook it onto this one. Now when I touch this to ground, it should come on. There you go, it's on. Okay. You go up here, your right light should come on. See? Right like that. Okay, so that's our idiot light. Turn this off. Okay, so this goes down to our oil pressure switch, which is here. So we found our yellow wire. Great. We know where it goes. It goes right to there. So I'll get that connected in there. These here without the generator, they go up to there. still got to figure out all this, but I do know that this one now is the idiot wire. I mean the ignition wire. This is a ground wire here, which grounds out this box. So this is going to go over to one of these holes. We already found the other ground wire floating around up here that went to the regulator ground, because this is grounded to the box. See how it's rubber mounted? Wherever you got rubber mounted, it's grounded. So this is grounded to the box is grounded, is not insulated. This is insulated to the box is insulated to the frame. So you need a ground wire for the regulator, and you need a ground wire for the relay. So that's why you got all these ground wires over here. See, if you know how the systems work, you can figure out how the wiring is done. Here's the one. Whoop, flashlight. This is the wire that will go is the ground for up here. It fell off, so we'll just leave that on the ground. I'll find it later. This is the ground for the battery. Oh, this is a cable for the starter solenoid. It goes way over there. So we got most of the systems figured out. So we're back. I flipped the camera off by mistake. Anyway, so we got the systems figured out over here. So we pretty much know how all this stuff is wired now. Even though the schematic over here was pretty much worthless to me, I just figured it out by myself. It ain't that hard. So you just have to know how their systems work and figure it out from there. It ain't that hard to figure this stuff out. Alright, let's get this thing back up in the air. We'll get to work on this. So I know I got this stuff all where it belongs now. This is connected, it works. This we'll figure out where it goes later. This one over here is another unknown. Oh, this is the one that was missing. Okay, this is the part that goes over to the relay. Goes that direction somehow. Somehow it routes over there. So I still don't know why this wire is here. It should be on the other side. So my guess is this whole wire is supposed to be going this way and not over here. So I have to reroute this in that direction that way. And then this wire here comes back across over to here like that. That's how it's supposed to be, not like it is. Okay. And it'll probably be up underneath here somehow. We'll have to figure out how to routing all that routing goes, but we can do that with a primary on it. So now I got basically all the loose wires are figured out where they go, so I don't have to worry about them no more. I get back to putting a primary cover on it, which I was trying to do in the first place. Okay, I don't have to rewire anything, so I'm good. Okay, so now we get back to this part. Okay, this has a little bit of a lip on here. It's got the normal rub-a-dub-a-dub under here, but it doesn't go through. So to make this seal, we're going to have to knock off this burr here a little bit. We need to get this off right here and hook up a hose to it. So here's my dikes. Here's my line if I need it. Let's go over here. Go over here, we got more room. Yep. Hammer that one. There we go. Get that out of the way. Okay. So this goes up over here. I got to get a few things, so I'll be back in a couple minutes. How's that? That's it for now.